the part is still not started yet. Okay, it's just the beginning. So we have a lot more things to come in. We have got to have a lot more great things that is going to be coming. Okay, so I see Muthu Kumar saying nice going, Aditya saying very enlightening. Okay, so all the things that you are doing, all the things that you are seeing are the live case studies. Okay, are the live case studies that all of you are looking at. Now I'm going to be calling upon our next speaker, who is Captain Sanjay. Okay, who's going to be Captain Sanjay. He's there in this relationship. He's a relationship coach as well, and he has traveled across the world. He had a wonderful opportunity to travel across the world and come back here. He's a very humble personality, very good leader. Okay, he's one of the person who keeps everybody energized, including me and Chauhanji within the session, and make sure that a lot of energy is brought in. A lot of energy has been brought in with amazing positive energy. And not only that, he makes the energy flows across the people. Okay, across the people. That's very rarely, you get those, personalities where when you come in and that energy get passed on to everybody. Okay, how many of you want to get more energy? How many of you want to get more energy? Type in energy. Type in energy. Type in energy. Okay, the more you are asking, the more you get it. The more you're asking, the more you're going to getting it. But you should ask for it. You should ask for it. Type in energy. Type in energy. Type in energy. Type in energy. Okay, so he's one of those person, within our team, who takes care of the entire team building exercise. Okay, starting with the team activities, how that needs to be looked at, along with Vijay Kumar sir. Okay, so that's amazing thing. How many of you believe that the team is most important? How many of you believe that the team is most important? Type in team. Type in team. Type in team. Because I've never come, when we did the modeling, when we did the mental modeling of those solid people, I've never come across any such person, okay, who has achieved something great, but he has never built a team. Okay, who has achieved something really great, but who has never built a team. So the team is the most important thing. So you can actually think about a lot of things, but to implement, you need the team. Every battle is won before it is ever fought. Please write down. Please write down. Every battle is won before it is ever fought. Every battle is won before it is ever fought. If you don't have a team and you have a bigger vision that you want to achieve, there is no way you're going to be becoming successful. Okay, and today he's here to talk about how the relationship of yourself with the money and also with yourself and entire thing, how the relationship can actually make you or break you. Okay, how the relationship concept can make you or break you. And I'm going to be calling upon Sanjay, Captain Sanjay over here. Can all of you type in with welcome? Can all of you type in with welcome? Can all of you type in with welcome? Welcome, Sanjay sir. And type in welcome. Type in welcome, all of you. Okay, you see a diamond behind it. Okay, he's also a diamond. Diamond within our team. And you're going to get a lot more diamond that is coming to all of you, okay, through a session. And over to you. And over to you. And amazing, sir. All the best.
Thank you, Karthik sir. Thank you, Karthik sir. Thank you so much. Karthik sir has really transformed my life. First thing first, I have to say something about him. I thought I knew a lot about, I've been doing these kind of things for a long, long time. And, mind and subconscious mind and stuff like that, and trying to live my life according to that. But then when I came across Karthik sir, I was amazed. He could really put me into action and implementation. That was the marvelous part about Karthik sir. And the kind of energy that he gives, it's fantastic. And I learned to impart that energy to myself and to others. So briefly, just as we are coming out from lunch now, we are, in this mode of, getting into a little siesta kind of a sluggish kind of a mode. It's quite normal. I have had only just a cup of tea. I've not had a lunch. So I will be doing that later. But I will just request you, just 30 to 45 seconds, just join me in rubbing your hands vigorously. Rub your hand vigorously. Rub your hands vigorously. Everybody, just rub your hands vigorously. Rub your hands vigorously. Rub your hands vigorously. Rub your hands vigorously. Rub your hands continuously, faster, 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 faster. Rub your hands vigorously. Rub your hands vigorously. Rub your hands vigorously. And just take it near your face. Don't touch your face. See the energy. Fantastic. 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 We need to be energized. We need to be powerful in our lives and go forward with this. I am going to be talking on relationships. Relationships are very, very important. And as I take you through my slides, I will be talking more on how your relationships matter. Thank you, Manoj. How relationships matter. Let me share my screen with you. Is my screen visible? Hello?
No, Captain, sir, not yet.
Not yet. You can unshare and again share again. So if you go.
You know,
Coming, it's
I
coming.
think it's visible now. Now it's visible.
Done.
Fantastic. Right. Thank you. I am going to be talking about being a millionaire in relationships. You know, that is something which is maybe may seem a very weird concept over here, but I have experienced this in my life. If you are not having relationships, your whole finance journey, your journey to becoming a millionaire goes for a toss. It goes for a toss, absolutely goes for a toss. So you have to be a millionaire overall. You have to be living a life of abundance, a life of richness overall in all areas of your life. And relationships play a very, very, very important part in your life. We will be covering a few things, how your relationship is affecting your finances. How relationship, normally you'll see all studies, how money, how finances affect your relationship. How money affects your relationship, but I'm going the reverse, how relationships affect your finance. That is the most important thing. I will just take you through a small little video song and you experience the joy. Watch it carefully, experience the joy what relationships brings in our lives. Yes, wonderful song. Did you like it? I will now briefly ask you not to put anything in the chat box, but I will like you to take just 2 minutes, and reflect upon your relationships, relationship with yourself, relationship with the Creator, relationship with your spouse, with your children, with your parents, with your brothers and sisters, with your friends, with your neighbors, your relatives, with all people in this world, your colleagues, your bosses, subordinates, your customers, your vendors, everybody. Just take a minute and a half to 2 and write down on a piece of paper. How are your relationships? Are you happy? And which are the relationships you really want to change? You want to bring more change in those relationships to become better. Are there any sour relationships? So we start now. Just take a short while, write it down on a piece of paper. Don't put anything in the chat. Just write it down. This is for your personal reflection. Where do you stand in your relationships with people who are there in your life associated with you? Time starts now. Please write down. Reflect. Close your eyes and reflect. How's your relationship with yourself? How's your relationship with your God, with your Creator? With your wife or with your husband? Is everything good? Is it just a show to the world that everything is good? Or are there some serious issues that need to be mended? How about your relationship with your children? Is everything all right? Are there some strains? How about your parents? Is everything good? How about your brothers and sisters? Are your relationships amicable, or are there disputes in your life? What about your friends, your neighbors, your relatives? Do you get along well with them? Do you have a negativity against anybody? Your colleagues, your business partners, your boss in office, your employees, your clients, your customers. How's your relationship going? Just write it down. Reflect and write it down. Think. The first sessions were all about thinking. Apply your mind over here and think. And write down seriously, honestly to yourself. You're not being honest with anybody else, but to yourself, where your relationships stand. Okay, thank you. Whatever you feel in your heart, the next few things that I'm going to say during this session are probably going to open your eyes as to what you want in your life as far as the relationships are concerned. What do you want in your life is a basic question. What do you want? What do I want in my life? Is the money only the thing that I want? I want to be a millionaire as far as money is concerned. Is that all? Do I want very good health? Is that all? Don't I have a desire to be loved and to be loved by other people? Care and be cared for? What about companionship? Don't you need companionship as you grow in life? Don't you need your friends? Don't you need your wife, your children? Don't you want peace in your life without any disputes, any problems with anybody, whomsoever you're meeting every day? Don't you want to be joyful and happy? You saw that song, it was so joyful because each one is willing to love one another, care for one another, share with one another, willing to die for one another. They said, jaan bhi de denge. Don't you want to live in harmony with the whole creation, with the whole universe, with the whole environment? Peace, joy, happiness, no complaints about anything. Don't you want that kind of life? Won't that be a life of abundance? Won't that be a life of a millionaire, a true millionaire? Besides having all the money in your life, think on this. What if you had all the money, but you were alone? What would happen to your financial life? What would happen to your career, your business, all the goals that you have? You will have a lack of focus. If you are alone, if your relationships are not good, if you're having a relationship with your spouse, what happens? You cannot focus on your goals and dreams. Everything goes for a toss. You have a lack of motivation to perform. If there is no synergy between you and your life partner or your whole family, if somebody is against it, you have a lack of energy to act on your plans itself. Whatever plans, whatever goals you make, but if there is disharmony at home, your relationships are not good with your office people, you have a plan. In your team, if there's no harmony, there are no relationships are sour. You don't like somebody, or you have a negativity, or somebody has a negativity because of you. What happens? All the plans work fail. And then you say, oh, the targets are not being met. My goals are not being met. And you start getting in, there is an increase in stress, worry, anxiety, and all the time you're worked up, angry, irritated, irritable. Think, doesn't this happen in your life? I'll tell you my story, what happened to me. This is my lovely wife. And we were going through a phase in our life a few years back, or rather many years back now. I still consider myself very young. When we were having serious issues in our marriage, we were on the point of breaking up. And the result of that was my career got totally smashed. I ran away from a ship. I started doing business. It was a mess, absolutely. I couldn't focus. We were fighting at all times. Fighting. Violence, bad language. And finances also gone for a toss. Everything was absolutely crazy. There was anger, there was shouting matches, there was violence, and with three small babies at home, three lovely daughters of mine, it was chaos. It was absolutely sick when I look back. And what were we doing? A couple who loved each other so much, who came into a love marriage, loved each other like crazy to the point of death. What happened suddenly? Suddenly the career started getting affected. The finances started getting affected. There was no money at home. I had no money even to eat. I'm not willing to work. I'm going crazy. Till the time I realized that, yes, I need to come out of this. I started working on it. Started changing myself. And I realized what an animal I was. Wild animal. That I need to change myself first before I change anybody else and mend my life. God was with me. I had some good mentors, some good coaches, good spiritual gurus, directors who supported me, who guided me. Without that, it was not possible. I came across somebody, God was with me. Basically, God was inspiring me, leading me. The whole universe was leading me to the right people because I took a stand. I took a decision. I want to change everything in my life. I want to change my marriage. I want to change my financial situation. I have too many of responsibilities to just let go like that. Today, my dear brothers and sisters, we are the happiest couple in the world. We are the happiest couple in the world. I can say that proudly. Despite we may be having some differences here and there, but I iron it out. I don't let the sun set on the quarrels or else a few tips that are there here and there. My golden formula. Every morning, closing my eyes, Only great and glorious people are coming into my life. Fantastic people come into my life. I attract good people on purpose. Fantastic people come into my life. No negative person comes. If a negative person comes, that's his bad luck, because he will become positive. I will give him so much of positivity, he will become positive. I love everyone and everyone loves me. I have no enemies. As of date, my dear brothers and sisters, I have no enemies. No hatred. Nobody hates me. If somebody does somewhere, I still keep blessing him. If I do ever know somebody is against my thoughts, words, or actions, or what I'm doing, I just bless him. I do good to him. I forgive him. I try to love him. Send him my love. Hey, buddy, I love you. God bless you. Whole creation and the whole universe is working towards me in my favor. Everybody is working in my favor. Everything is working in my favor. That is the kind of perfect relationships I have been able to forge out because of the mind game. Because the mind decided that there has to be a change. There were a lot of things in the subconscious mind. The brain was working negative, negative, negative. And that had to be required. And one of the latest things that happened was our Infinity Karthik sir and Chauhan sir. Karthik sir's methodology really, really, really got me going. More positive, more positive, more positive. Fantastic. Some methods to have good relationships. If you want to have powerful relationships in your life, some few suggestions I'll give you here. Change yourself. Don't try to change anybody. Nobody will change if you want them to change. When it came to my marriage, I started changing myself. I started changing myself, not anybody else. I was told, don't change anybody else. You will never be able to change. Change yourself, the other person will change. I started becoming a better human being, getting rid of my own anger, my own irritabilities, my language, my body language, my mouth, what it was talking nonsense, my thoughts. Change yourself. If you change yourself, everybody else will change in this world. To give and to forgive. These are the golden things that you need to remember. Give in a relationship. What can you give? What can you give? Think what you can give to the relationship. How much of love you can give. How much of caring you can give. How much can you go out of the way. Believe me, you're going to be the happiest person. I'll give you a very small example. You have a piece of chocolate. And try this, my guys. My brothers and sisters, try this. You have a piece of chocolate. Eat it. See the fantastic joy you will get. A chocolate that you love. Give it to somebody whom you care for, love in your family, your brother, sister, children, your wife, anybody. Oh, you'll feel more joy, definitely. Definitely you'll feel more joy if the other person is having. You will experience this. But believe me, if you give it to a person who hates you, who's so-called an enemy of yours, try and experience that joy. That's going to be a different joy altogether. Many of us would not do it. We've been taught not to do it. The world tells us not to do it. The world tells us not to do it. And that's why we don't do it, because our minds are, subconscious minds are framed that way. The world has taught us like that. Eat, take, 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 take. Never give. Give it to the person whom you hate, who hates you, so-called. And see the joy that you get. Fantastic joy are you going to get in your life. And that experience will blow you. Try this. And try and forgive. One of the basic ways of having good relationship and transforming your life totally. And receiving the blessings. Receiving the blessing from the Creator, from the universe. Everything will start working if you forgive. If you have unforgiveness, there are going to be blocks and bondages in your life which will obstruct your journey to becoming a millionaire in any area of your life. Whether it is finances, whether it is relationships, whether it is your health. whether it is your thought process, as Vijay sir told us in the morning, whether it is your spiritual life, your connect with God, everything is going to get affected if you don't forgive. It's not easy to forgive. Take a decision, I will forgive. Take a decision, I will forgive. Close your eyes and ask your Creator, help me to forgive, and He will help you. Next key point in your relationship, very, very important. Don't correct anybody. Don't offer correction. Don't try to correct anybody. I remember 22 years back, 23 years back was it, when I was first inducted to become a preacher and appointed to be a preacher and a counselor. I was so happy, I was a totally raw guy and I was told to go and preach and counsel. And my marriage was going through on the rocks, and it was on the rocks. It was absolutely on the rocks. So I thought, I have learned something good. Let me go home also and give some, these good things that I'm learning. Let me give it to my wife also. So I went home, I started giving her some talks. There was a backlash. She ran after my flesh. She wanted to, telling me, what the hell are you doing? Who the hell are you trying to teach? What shit you're trying to tell me? I went running back to my spiritual director. I told him, this is what happened. You told me to preach. He says, I told you to preach there at home. No, I didn't tell you to preach at home. Don't offer correction to your wife. Don't offer correction to anybody. Correct yourself. Correct yourself. That's more important. Don't correct anybody. If you think you're going to change people, don't and correct them by giving them, all kind of correction talks or some gyan. It's not going to happen. Look into yourself, change yourself. Don't try to remove the speck in somebody else's eyes. And when you have a plank in your own eye, and you see this picture on my right side bottom. Don't correct anybody. If you correct, nothing is going to work out. Change yourself, things will work. Another very, very golden rule. Don't expect anything from anybody. And this is my famous sentence. I always say this to everybody. Expectation is the mother of all disappointments. The moment you start expecting things, boom, it's gone. You start getting disappointed and your mood becomes foul and your relationships become sour. Don't expect anything. And this picture that you say, somebody asked me, who hurt you? I replied, my own expectations. Indian culture, man comes at home, he expects his wife or his children to give him a glass of water, a cup of tea, blah, 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 blah. And if he doesn't get it, he is so sour, he's so morose, he's so disappointed, and he will spoil the mood and spoil the relationships, everything. Believe me, my dear brothers and sisters, I stopped. I come, I take my own things, I do my own work. I don't expect anything. I don't keep any expectation. No expectation. As much as I can do for myself, I will do. And that is it, period. And also from everybody else in any area of my life, whether it is work or anything. I guide, I am a leader, I am a team leader. I lead people. I am, consider myself a fantastic leader, and I'm trying to mold myself to become better and better and better. But I don't expect. If I want something from somebody, I will do it in a very loving, caring way so that they automatically understand what is the need of the hour. Not my expectation, but what is the need of the hour. And that gels the relationship. That brings love. And out of love, people will give their life for you. As a leader and working with teams, without teams, as Karthik Sab said, you cannot accomplish anything in your life if you are not having teams. Alone, you won't be able to do anything in your life. You need to be a good leader. You need to be a good team man. Work lovingly. Don't expect things from your home, from your spouse, from your children. Don't expect anything. Do as much as you can. They will do it for you in return. That's very, very important. Just appreciate people. whether it is your team members, your home, your wife, or whatever. I write over here, that salt is just perfect. The salt is just perfect means you come home and there is dinner served and you take the dinner and you eat it and there is no salt in it. Or the salt is very low. You think, what the hell, man? And then you just close your eyes and say, hey, the meal is prepared with so much of love. And you tell your wife, what a fantastic meal. And you complete your meal. And that's about it. And when they sit and have their meal, either you have gone and corrected that little salt which was not there, or they eat it and they say, hey, you had this food without salt. Hey, get us some more salt. And no, it was okay for me. I enjoyed my food. It was just beautiful. What have you lost, my dear? Appreciate people. The salt is just perfect. Everybody is so perfect. Everybody is so perfect. Everybody is so sweet, so good, so nice. Just appreciate them. Unconditionally, just appreciate them. See the amount of productivity you will get and the amount of joy you will get in your life. And that's what we are looking for. You have millions of dollars, you become a millionaire, a tag is there, you have a big car, a BMW, a Jaguar, a blah, 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 whatever. If there's no joy, no peace, no harmony in your family, on your relationship with your team, boom, there's no peace, there's no joy, there's no love, there's no harmony. It's all gone out of the window. Appreciate people, whether it is your team members, whatever little thing they do, appreciate them. Appreciate your partners, appreciate your colleagues, appreciate everybody, appreciate your life partner, your spouse, your children, your parents, appreciate them. Tell them you're sweet, you're good, you're beautiful, you've done a fantastic job. Say to your spouse, I love you, you're very beautiful, you're the best cook, thank you for everything. Nothing better than a hug and a kiss. Works wonders. Try it, my dear. This is what I call the prioritizing of relationships. Somewhere along the line, our priorities are skewed. We don't have the right priorities in our life of relationship. And if we don't have the right priorities, there'll be big gaps and disharmony in our relationships. First is your relationship with yourself and your creator. If you don't care for yourself, if you don't love yourself, you don't have a good relationship with yourself, you'll never be a happy man. And whatever you have in you, the love that you have for yourself is the love that you will give to everybody. Next comes your spouse if you're a married person. If you're not married, then of course it's your parents and siblings. But the next comes your spouse. Next comes your spouse, because you are one flesh with your spouse. The Holy Bible tells us that when a man and woman marry, they leave father and mother and they become one flesh. You become one flesh with your wife or with your husband. You're one, no longer two. दो जिस्म एक जान है हम. दो जिस्म एक जान है हम. One flesh. So that takes priority over everything else. Because if you don't love yourself and the spouse who's yourself, ek jaan, you cannot love everybody. My children sometimes tell me, Dad, you always give priority. You are partial towards your wife, but not to us. Look at other parents, how they are more, inclined towards the children first, then their own wives. Fathers who are so sweet and all. I said, no, sorry. My spouse first. My wife first, then you. Then the children, then the parents, then the siblings, then the friends, relatives, work, neighbors, others. If you keep this prioritization in your life, you will have harmony in your life. Fantastic. Your life will be very, very peaceful. But this is a priority which is very, 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 very important. Memorize this in your life. Write it down if need be. It will help you in your relationships. The next factor that we come is most important on this millionaire finance seminar. What is your relationship with money? Hello. What is your relationship with money? You want to get rich. You go through all the courses and you are affirming, you're declaring good things. I want money. Money is coming to me. I'm a rich guy. I'm a multimillionaire and I'm visualizing money and everything you're doing. Here it says step one for getting rich is to become aware of your non-supportive beliefs around money and wealth and change them into supportive ones. Some of the negative mindsets that people have. Money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. In their mind, they've heard this right from beginning. Money is the root of all evil. A rich man cannot go to heaven. More money means more problems. It's not right to be rich when other people are so poor. I never have any extra money. I have to work hard for money. Money is a limited resource. I can't control if I become wealthy or not. It takes a lot of money to start a business. Context is more important than content. People have gathered some statement from somewhere, either through some spiritual gurus or through some babas or some soothsayers or their parents or their ancestors or their friends or their teachers. And out of context, this content has been misinterpreted and it has gone deep into their subconscious mind. And this subconscious mind, the brain, now has to be rewired. It has to be rewired. Because whatever you do, you're going to repel money. Because if you're thinking money is the source of all evil and a rich man cannot ever enter into heaven, and that is what you are putting into your brain all the time, and physically you're doing everything. You're doing all the work, all the positive affirmations, all the hard work you're doing. But at the end of the day, money is not coming. Somewhere there is some lacuna. And it could be these negative mindsets. It could be these negative mindsets. You need to rewire, you need to change. It doesn't happen overnight, my dear brothers and sisters. It doesn't happen overnight. These relationships have to be mended, most important. And if you have, now let me come to the positive side. If you have a problem in your relationships, whether it's your family, with your friends, with your colleagues, or with money itself, this has to be changed. I commit to handhold you through this process, personally and collectively, along with our mentors, Karthik sir and Chauhan sir and others. Come, 100% results with guarantee. 100% results. Your relationships become beautiful with money and with every person in your life. 100% sure. I know it. I've done it for myself and I have done it with people whom I've counseled, and I talk to them, and I believe that this change is very, very important. And I consider myself an instrument of this change, that God has given me this calling and purpose to change people's lives and make them joyful and happy. Like I said, I am the happiest man in the world. I'm the happiest man in the world. And I proclaim that since the last 22 years, I've been proclaiming this every day and every person. People who know me know that when they shake hands with me, hey, how are you, Captain? I say, top of the world. I'm the happiest man in the world. Top of the world. Fantastic. Why? It's because things are in harmony. Things are in sync. Be a millionaire, but be a millionaire in every area of your life. And don't forget that relationships are primary. Relationships are primary. You need to get your relationships sorted, as the new era, the new trend will tell you, you need to have these relationships sorted, whether it is with your family, your friends, with your colleagues. Very importantly, I'll tell you, we're working as teams. Even in the course that I was doing with Karthik sir, we're working as teams, and tremendous amount of productivity and change in all our lives. They elected me as a leader, and I was humbled. But I just offered them love, nothing else. Just offered them love, kept a good personal relationship with each one of them. And that made the difference. Tremendous change in productivity, tremendous change in the mindsets of people. All because the relationships were good. No negativity. Offering yourself more than anything else. Go out of the way and offer yourself. Give yourself. Give and forgive. Don't look at the other person's fault. Don't try to correct them. Don't try to be one up on them and tell them, hey, I told you this and you didn't do it. Now look, see what has happened. No. Take it. If you are a leader, if you are a team man, take the responsibility. A true leader always is a servant leader. One who gives his life, gives his commitment, takes responsibility. That is leader. And that can come with good relationships. If you don't have good relationships, if you don't have love in your heart, if you don't have caring in your heart, if you don't have that giving attitude, if you don't have that forgiving attitude, if you don't have the attitude that I will not try to, correct people harshly, gently lead them on, gently lead them on, gently lead them on. They will follow you and they will they go out of their way to perform. And that is how the goal is met. That is how your dreams will be fulfilled. And that is the way I see as Karthik sir has taken us to our vision boards through the Rewire Your program. And the vision board that I have made, I can see it all coming to fruition. But the maximum important I have given to is relationship. Relationship. How much can you give? How much can you bring peace, joy, and happiness in people's life? How much can you help people? Go out of the way and help people. Give. Give is important. How much can you give to the creation? How much can you give to the environment? People may think Karthik Saab is a fool. 200 crore trees to be planted with the seed ball project. No, he is not. He loves our planet Earth. He loves creation. He knows what kind of nonsense humanity has done by deforestation and cutting down trees left, right, and center for personal gains. Because of his relationship with the environment, that calling that he has got inside, he has come out with this project to plant trees and, reverse the process of deforestation. And the universe will pay you back. These relationships are very important, very subtle. Your relationship with money, your relationship with the environment, your relationship with all creatures in this world, primary importance. And your relationship with your creator. Somebody once told me, if your relationship with environment is not good and what you have been doing, all the other living creatures go against you. All the other living beings go against you because they believe creation is, so important. And you have been having a bad relationship with creation, with the environment. So they don't like it because they are part of the creation. And then they attack you. This was somebody's idea and I really liked it. And that is why you have your sicknesses, diseases, and the virus and the corona and whatever. Somebody is retaliating for your wrong relationship with the environment and creation. With the animals, with the birds, with the plants. If your relationship is bad, somewhere is going to come back negative to you. As you call it, the karma or what you do, that's a law of physics, action and reaction. Keep a good relationship, keep love in your hearts. Love will come back to you 100%. In case you feel in your 2-minute exercise that you did about reflecting on your own relationships, if you feel there is a problem which you need to sort out, come to us. And I take the responsibility on behalf of my colleagues to sort out every relationship in any area of your life 100%. Promise, 100%. God bless you. Thank you.